My cat's gonna hate me for this. First I would like to apologize for the sound of my fan going, because if I turn it off I will in fact die of heat stroke. I do live in Australia and it is summer at the moment and I don't have aircon in my room, so I can't just turn on something more silent. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about Australian weather. I wanted to discuss what I wanted to get done this year. I want to be more productive than I have been. I want to feel like I'm getting out more and achieving more and doing more things. I constructed a bucket list for this year. I know, very cliche. I've got it on my phone. I actually have it plastered up on my wall, but I'm way too lazy to take it down, so I just took a photo of it. And I am going to go through it today just so I can keep myself accountable of the things that I just want to do. I know that there's COVID restrictions at the moment. I am in Australia, which means I'm fortunate enough that I can move around and interact with people and experiences a lot better than other countries at the moment. I want to feel like I'm living. I feel like I've spent a lot of time in my room, and although I am an introvert and I do pride myself on being an introvert, life's meant for living, you know. Life's meant for experiencing things and going out and seeing what the world has to offer. Even if that means just going to my local cafe and reading. At least I'm getting out of the house. I'm interacting with people. I'm living more than I am if I'm sitting at home. I'm going to show you my cat because she keeps looking at me. This is Fifi. She hates it when I talk. So hopefully you don't hate it when I talk. But she is my little supporter who will glare at me whenever I speak. Isn't that right, miss? So, yeah. So let's get into my bucket list. This is going to be a very long video, by the way. You probably can already tell. I mean, you'll know the length of it before I know the length of it. There's 4 sections to my bucket list, and it's a fairly extensive bucket list because I do want to do a lot of things. I want to catch up on the things I haven't done throughout my life, things that I've wanted to do but I've just kept pushing off. So, this is Fifi telling me to shut up. She's also showing you the mess of my room. Let's try this again. I have 4 sections to my bucket list, and it is a very extensive list. I have a lot of things that I want to get done, a lot of things that I haven't done, that I feel like I need to get done. So I have, the first section is dreams, like the big things, the big picture things that I want, that I really, really want to, you know, achieve. Like, these are the things that may take more than a year to achieve, like, but these are the things that mean the most to me. The second one is my travels. Most of them are in Queensland, as I live in Queensland, so I'm not gonna plan some international travel with the world in its state. So I'm only planning to do the things, or redo the things that are around where I live. The next is just to try new things, maybe find a new hobby, like just experience a whole different world that I haven't before. And the 4th thing is any other goals that I didn't put into any other of the categories, the ones that I don't know didn't really fit, that just things that I want to do, maybe just because. Sorry if I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm still learning to look at you guys instead of me. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want to try and take you guys on as many of these things as I can. I want you to experience it with me. Like, I want to check those things off with you guys. There's only one thing on here that I've checked off so far, and it's going to Carl's Jr. This is gonna be hard to film. She's just trying to tell me to shut up. That's all she's trying to do. But she's the politest cat in the world, so she does it through affection. Currently wiping her face on the back of the camera. We'll just wait for her to finish. Fifi, miss. So yeah, those are my 4 categories. I'm not sure if I got them all out before Fifi interrupted, but it's my dreams, the big things that I want done, it's my travels, which are mostly in Queensland, it's trying new things, and any other goals that I have that I couldn't put in any other categories. That is a fast recap of everything. I could have just done it like that in the beginning. I never really introduced myself, but basically I'm a big book nerd, I love writing, and I'm just trying to be more adventurous, hence this video. First things first, we're gonna tackle the dreams, the big things. Okay, so the first thing is I have been on a weight loss journey for the past few years now. I've lost 20 kilos so far, and I just want to lose the rest of the weight. I only have a little bit left. I've been going to the gym now, so it's harder to track because I can't really track my weight anymore because muscle and fat and all that jazz. But I'm sort of just tracking how I look. I've created a private account on my Instagram so I can put all my photos, my progress photos and things. So I'm just going to go on there, jump on there, and I'll show you one from when I began. This one's with an author of this book here. But that's where I started, and sorry I'm leaning this way, I'm patting Fifi so she doesn't come over and upset the camera. This one is a photo I took last night where I'm pretty happy with how far I've come. I mean, I still have a bit to go. You can see my chicken wing arm. Yeah, I still have a bit to go, obviously. Sorry, I keep so focusing on my face. But yeah, I still have a bit to go, but I'm really happy with how I've come. And I just want to lose the rest of the weight so I'm even more confident than I've become. That's the first one, is just losing weight, gaining more muscle, just being happy with me. Next on the list is actually the thing that relates to the weight loss, is I want to take Aster out more. Aster is my Siberian Husky. She is my puppy. I'll see if I can call her over. There she is. There's my puppy. This is Aster. This is Aster. She's my Siberian Husky. She's named after the flower because her sister Daisy is named after a flower. Yeah. But I want to take her out more. Take her to do more things, to go to the beach, go on hikes. She loves them all. She loves car trips, so I don't see why I'm not taking her out more. Thank you for your poor, oh my beautiful angel. But she's my best friend, since all my friends moved to Melbourne, and I'm left in Brisbane. I have to have someone, so I have Aster and I have Fifi. And Aster keeps handing me her paw, because she thinks that's what I want, because I keep using my hand. I want to take her out more. Next on the list, I need to move through this list much faster than I am. I want to get a new job. Simple as that. I need more hours because another thing that's on the list, that's a little bit further down, is moving out. I want to move out. I want to live on my own. Currently, I am renting with a roommate that just happens to be my mum. I know it sounds like I'm leeching off my mother, but that's not the case at all. We both pay everything halvesies. It just makes it easier for both of us. But I want to get a new job that gives me more hours so I can move out and live on my own, you know? The next thing I want to do is finish writing the stories that I've started. I've been writing since I was 12 and I absolutely love writing. It's one of the greater passions in my life. But I want to finish the 2 stories that I've started. They're almost finished the first draft, so there's still a whole lot of work left to go. A whole lot of work that still needs to be done, but I want to finish them. I want to try and find an agent, and I want to start the steps of trying to get published. Being a published author is something I've always wanted. I want to be traditionally published because it sounds amazing to me. I mean, I don't expect many people to buy my book. I don't expect for me to ever be able to be fortunate enough to go full time in it. But that is the dream. That is what I want. But I don't expect it, you know? The next is I just want to be less scared to live my life. I get so stuck in my head sometimes that I get worried about what people think, about go, oh, I like books, but they might not like books, and they might judge me for liking books. Like, I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to be so stuck in my head that I can't be who I am. I want to be the fun-loving person that I like to think that I am. I want to be the one that's a bit bubbly and loves to crack a joke and have fun. I want to be that person without having to warm up to be that person. So, like, that's a big me thing that I want to grow on. Another thing is, I have a bad habit of biting my nails. I did pretty well last year, stopped biting them, but the habit came back when I got stressed at the beginning of this year. So a big thing is, I just want to stop biting my nails. I want them to not be the gross little nubbies that they are at the moment. And the last thing is, I want to read 100 books this year. My normal goal is 50, and I usually get 50. And I have no idea why I decided to double it this year. But I have, and I'm already stressed about it because I'm already like 4 books behind. And it's only month 2. But I have a whole stack of books here that I want to read, and I'm going to show them to you all very quickly. I'll start with the 2 that I have already read. The first book that I've read this month is a from Blood and Ash novel. It's the second one, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I enjoyed the first one, but I enjoyed this one a whole lot more. The ending was phenomenal. I cannot wait for book 3, which comes out in April. It comes out in April. It's like 2 more months away, or 2.5 more months away. I can't wait that long. But incredible ending. Absolutely loved this one. I hope the next one is better. It is a fantasy. It's a high fantasy novel. I don't really want to say much about it. I'm just gonna sort of list the genres. It's like a new adult, so the main character is 18. There is sexual content, so not recommended for any youngins. The next one I read is this one recommended from one of my friends. She absolutely adored it, said that I would too. I did. It was phenomenal. It is a lot sadder and deeper than I thought it was going to be. Sorry if he wants attention. I can't really explain it, but it's phenomenal. It's very sad, very good. Definitely should read it. They're the 2 I've read so far. I'm currently buddy reading this one, All the Stars and Teeth, with my workmate. She is a lot better at reading it than I am. She's already halfway through. I've read like 3 chapters. So far, so good. I know a small thing that's going to happen at the beginning, and that's why I keep putting it off, but I'm going to finish this today. I know I have so much to go, but one goal is to finish this book today, so that way I can be 3 books behind instead of 4 books behind. Next, I want to do my 2 non-fiction reads for the month, because I'm trying to read more non-fiction, is I'll Be Gone in the Dark, which is a true crime novel. It follows the Golden State Killer and like a woman that's trying to find him. She passed away before he was found, but he has been found now, so I'm going to read that one. I'm going to read How to Be an Author, and it's for Australian, readers. It has well-known authors and publishers and editors, and it's like the whole book industry has sort of gone into this book, so I think it's going to be really fascinating. If you really want to check out a writing book, I highly recommend Stephen King's one. I think it's called On Writing. It's phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Definitely should give it a go. The next one I'm going to read this month, highly talked about, is the 4th book in this series, A Court of Silver Flames. It follows Feyre's sister, Nesta. Really looking forward to it. I love Sarah J. Maas as an author. I know she's getting a lot of backlash at the moment, but I still really do love her writing. Next is 2 books from the Black Witch series. It's the 3rd book, which is The Shadow Wand, and the 2 novellas, One Fasted and Light Mage. Again, all these books are going to be linked down below. These two are from a high fantasy series. It's a very defined and well-built world and system that I highly recommend you give any a go. You sort of get to follow the main character as she grows. It's definitely a coming-of-age book. The next ones I want to finish off John Green, Settlers All the Way Down, which was his newer one. He has another one coming out this year, which is a non-fiction one. An Abundance of Katherines, and Will Grayson. These 3 I have on my shelf that I have not read. I've read a lot of his other ones. I really do enjoy him as an author. Next one is recommended by the same co-worker. I'm buddy reading the current book I'm reading, this one. Same person that recommended, I'm buddy reading with that one, has recommended these ones, so I'm going to read This duology by V.E. Schwab. Apparently it's absolutely phenomenal. There's no romance in it, which is going to be a different stroke because a lot of books that I read have romance in it. Another one I'm going to read is Nevernight. It's a high fantasy novel. Apparently it's phenomenal. I'm going to read that trilogy this year. And then the last one is a graphic novel, Beast Boy. I have been waiting months to get my hands on this copy. I read Raven's one and I absolutely loved it, so I'm going to read this one next. And then I tried to go through it as fast as I can. I still don't think it was very fast. I'm trying to talk as fast as I can. Anyway, that is my dreams list. I want to read 100 books. I've got a lot of reading to do this month. We'll see if I get there. Even if I land on 75 for the year, I'll still be one happy chappy because I have succeeded. I have exceeded, I should say. I've exceeded the 50 book mark. The next big list of mine is my travels. Most of them are in Queensland because of COVID and because of finances. But I do have quite an extensive list. The first place that I want to go is Byron Bay. I want to go to Byron Bay. I want to be a tourist there. I want to do all the touristy things. I want to spend a night there. I want to go to the beach. I just want to be a complete and utter tourist. So that is the first thing. The next, I want to visit the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary because it's not too far from where I am. And I've never been there. And I love koalas. Who doesn't love koalas? Next is I want to go to the Crumman Rock Pools. I used to live just around the corner from it and I haven't been there since I was a kid. I want to go there again. I want to see if it's something that I miss because I'm not really sure. I was such a little kid when I did it. I want to do the things that I couldn't do when I was little, you know, like jump off the rocks and almost kill myself. So many people have died doing that. Maybe not do that. Next, I want to go to the Kemmel Farm. It is literally very close to where I live. Next, I want to go to Holy Moly. It is like a bar and mini golf place, so you can drink and play mini golf at the same time. I want to go to Dracula's, which is a cabaret show. Yeah, I've been there once before for my birthday. It was amazing. I want to go again. Next is Netherworld. It is located in Brisbane, and it's basically, it's a bar where you can play old games, and you can also play board games. It's a very nerdy bar, but it's definitely got my attention. Sorry, I keep scratching my face and playing with my hair. But yes, want to go there. Next is a place called Couch. It is a like milkshake bar, like you can do cocktails there as well. Yeah, next is Cakes and Shit. It is like a little bakery that makes cakes and shit, but it's like they aren't afraid to be vulgar about it, in the sense that like they will write swear words on the cookies and things. Like they even sell them like that. You can ask for it, but they can also sell it like that. Next is going back to the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary because I haven't been there since I was a kid. I've never done the lorikeet feeding. You give a gold donation and then they give you some bird feed and you stand there and the lorikeets like land all over you and you get to feed them, and that sounds amazing to me and I want to do that. Yeah, I want to go to the glowworm caves. I think they're on Tamborine Mountain. It's another like a touristy location spot. I want to go there because I've never been and that seems absolutely incredible. Next is an inflatable water park. I've never been. It sounds amazing. Next is I want to go to more markets, like food markets or like, you know, homemade, handcrafty sort of markets. That sounds great. I can get some great earrings that way. Then I want to go to David Flay's wildlife park. My dad used to work there when he was very, very young and I've never been. So obviously I want to go. Sorry about the movement of the camera. Fifi is ditching me. She's sick of my talking. Next is the Mount Cootha Botanical Gardens. I've heard incredible things, but I've never been able to go because they don't allow dogs in there, and I only ever go there hiking with my dog. You see, the Eat Street Markets. I want to go to the Eat Street Markets, which are in Brisbane. It's very popular. I've never been, obviously. I want to go to a cat cafe. It's relatively new around where I am. Like, it's only been here around for a few years. Never been. Love cats, obviously. Next is a jail. It's an old jail in Brisbane. What's it called again? The Boggo Road Gaol or something like. Yeah, it's an old jail. I want to go there. I want to do a tour. The art gallery, the museum, the police museum. I want to do those three. I want to. I don't know if this one's a bit of a stretch, but I want to go to the Great Barrier Reef. I want to snorkel there. But that's really, really far away from me, so I might not be able to do that, but that's also on the list. I want to go to Melbourne to visit all the friends that ditched me up in Brisbane. And lastly, I want to go to the Glasshouse Mountains. That's my list of things, travels that I want to go. I tried to get through it as fast as I could. I will also, I'll pretty much link everything down below. Like that whole list, I'll put it down below. Next is the new things that I'm trying. I don't have I don't have pictures for this one. This one you're going to have to use your imagination, I'm afraid. I want to do stand-up paddleboarding. Never done it, want to do it. I want to try surfing again. I haven't surfed since I was very little. Don't remember a thing about how to do it. I got some quad skates back when it was popular. Haven't really gone outside with them because it's the whole introvert anxiety thing that I'm trying to fix this year. I want to go outside with them. That's one of my goals for this year. Sorry, I keep playing with my hair. I'm going to try and stop. I want to do strawberry picking. I want to do apple picking. I want to go snorkeling, which is sort of in the point of the other one, but even if I can't go to the Great Barrier Reef, I just want to do snorkeling somewhere. I want to go on a Brisbane River dinner cruise. That sounds phenomenal. I want to go on Tangalooma dolphin cruise. That sounds phenomenal. I want to try indoor skydiving because I'm too nervous to do actual skydiving, so indoors it is. I've always wanted to do indoor rock climbing. I just keep bailing out on it because I have no one to go with, so I might have to do it by myself. Maybe I'll have to con a friend into it. I do have some friends still around, but most of them are in Melbourne. I want to retry clubbing. I've done it a few times, hated it every single time, but that was when I was larger and didn't have as much confidence as I do now, so I want to retry it, see how I do. I want to like spoil myself doing a deluxe spa, or like a really fancy spa where you get pampered, you do the mud thing, and like the movies when like the rich people are all there in their little spa and like they're in a mud bath, and I want to do that. I want to give that a go. I want to try whitewater rafting. Might die, but you know, at least I died having fun. I want to go to an aquarium. I want to try Korean barbecue. I want to do a painting class. I want to go four-wheel driving and camping. I haven't done camping since I was little. I've never done four-wheel driving. Both sound absolutely fun. I want to go to Taco Bell, never been. And I want to go to Carl's Jr., which is the one thing that I've ticked off this entire list, is going to Carl's Jr. I did it yesterday. And the meals are massive, and I didn't eat it all, and I felt like a waste of my money, but it was delicious, so like also didn't feel like a waste of my money. Their milkshakes are absolutely incredible. Their burgers are amazing. Their chips still have the skin on them. Their onion rings are incredible. Loved it all, loved the experience, just wish my tummy was pigger. You know, like I wish I could put more in it without gaining weight, because then I feel like I'm not wasting my money. But you know what? I feel like beggars can't be choosers, so we'll just move on from that. Next is all the rest of my goals. I want to get a manual license because I only have an automatic, and I would love to have more variety when I pick cars, because I'm trying to pick a car at the moment. Hardest thing ever. There's so many manuals available, no automatic. Definitely want to remedy that. I want to get an industrial piercing, which is like the bar that goes across to here. Yeah, I want to get an industrial piercing, which is like this one here, and then I want to get my second lobe pierced because currently I only have one, but I'd like to have two. I also like, I can't remember the name of it, but this one in here, I haven't written down on my list, but the cartilage that sits like in front of your ear, I want to get that pierced too on one of my ears. But yeah, so that's another one. I want to get my belly button pierced, but that's something that I promised myself I'd get as a celebration for losing the rest of the weight, so that won't come until I've lost all the weight that I want to. I want to get an Aster and Daisy tattoo. They're my dogs, I mentioned them earlier, but I want it here, and it's going to be like a moon, because Aster's, you know, a husky, so like wolf and all that. I want to get a moon that has flowers in it. Yeah, like this, except an Aster flower and then like a Daisy flower. So it'd be like Aster be the big one because she's my dog, and then Daisy be the little one because, you know, she's my mum's dog, but I still love it a bit. I'd really like to get back into hiking. I haven't hiked since winter last year because it gets so hot here in summer, but I'm trying to convince myself to get up early. I was supposed to go for a hike this morning. I didn't. I failed in that area. I'm going to try and convince myself to do it again tomorrow. I've just been liking drive at the moment, which is another reason why I'm making this video, to try and keep myself accountable. Sorry that I'm talking so fast. I'm really trying to speed through this video as fast as I can. I want to take more Polaroid pictures. My Polaroid camera's right here. I want to capture more of my experiences. I also want to get back into photography. Like, I'm nowhere near a good photographer. I am not professional, don't want to be professional. I just like taking photos, and that's really it. I'm really not a big fan of the editing process, but I love taking the photos. Side business, which is a sticker. Well, it's not really a business, it's like a hobby. I make stickers. I draw them up and I make them and I sell them on Etsy, and I love doing it. So I want to grow that more. I want to have like a new set of stickers every month. Currently I have finished one for this month. I just need to post it. I've done all the photos and everything. I just haven't posted it on Etsy yet. But I'll put my Etsy store down below. The next one is I want to be better on my Instagram. I have a bookstagram, which means I just take photos of my books and put it on Instagram. Find a routine for myself and stick with it. That's going to be hard until I get a new job. I have pretty consistent hours, but I know I'm not going to stay there forever because I do want to move on. I want to get into a career that will help me go places. Pardon me. I want to get into a career that will help me go places. Like that I know that there's like a future in it. Currently where I am, I'm really all I can be. Like I've sort of gone higher in the ranks as I can until someone leaves, and it's not really where I want to be. It was the job I was doing until I finished my uni degree, which I finished at the beginning of this year. I do plan to continue into university later on, but that would be part-time and it would only be like a 6-month thing. I wouldn't need a job that was part-time. I'd still be fine with a full-time job. I want to be more clean. Like, in the sense that I don't like dusting. I mean, no one likes cleaning, but I want to just do it more. I want to be more proactive about it. Like, I don't want to leave it to the point where it starts annoying me before I do something about it. I want to put it into the routine. That's what I was like referring to, a routine. I want to put it into my routine so that way I can be more on top of like my sticker business, or not business side, my sticker hobby thing. So I can be more on top of that, so I can be more on top of my writing and reading, and I don't get 4 books behind my reading challenge. Like that's what I want to do. And the last thing, I want to visit my brothers and my grandparents more. Like I don't visit them enough. You know, you only have very limited time with your family and your loved ones and your friends and everything. That, I don't know, you should really make the most of them. I don't know, I'm trying to make the most of my life this year. I really want to like push myself into doing that, and that's the whole reason I wrote a list, because I knew if I didn't write a list it'd just be one of those things, oh, I want to do that. I need to push myself to do that. I lost my mojo for a bit there, but I'm really gonna try and get it back. I'm normally a lot more perkier than I am right now. I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to find myself again. You know, I'm very excited about all the things that I'm gonna be doing. I'm trying to make sure I cross one thing off a week. So I wanna try and push myself out of the house tomorrow, so I can do the hike. I can't do it today, it's gonna be way too hot. That's my list. It's quite extensive. As I said, I will put everything below. It's going to be very, very long list below. I'm going to leave you so I can edit this video, and then I'm going to get into reading. Yeah, so everyone, please stay safe in these times. Maybe this will inspire you to create your own list and live your own life a little bit fuller than you are. I hope so. I'll see you next time. Bye.